Hey gang, and welcome to our online class where we are going to be making this gorgeous, gorgeous card. It's a real wow card, especially in person, and it is a pop-up garden arbor. I guess you could call it a fence, a gateway. Probably could call it a lot of things, but I'm just going to call it awesome. So I'm really excited to share it with you today. It is from the Grace's Garden Bundle, and also from the March paper pumpkin kit, and that was the no matter what the weather paper pumpkin kit. And it's ironic, no matter the weather, because it is a little rainy today, but no matter the weather, it's going to be great. We're in quarantine anyway, so it doesn't matter if it rains or shines. That's not true. But anyways, this was the original card kit that came, and I did a reveal video. You can bounce back to stampwithtami.com to see it. It'll also be linked on my resource page from this class. These are the cards that it made. I'm going to show you real quick. In case you missed that one, you do want to go back and check it. These were the cards that came right out of the box. It had that super cool box. And then on that same video, I took the stamps and made these super cute little note cards out of the Stampin' Up! Scallop note cards, and they all had little matching envelopes, and it was super cute. So you guys can go back and check that out. You want to see that that video, you do anyways, even though this kit is sold out. And the reason why I bring that up is for two reasons. One, because the 10th of April is in a couple of days, Friday, April 10th. Do not miss that deadline for the April kit. I can't tell you how many people tried to contact me to get this kit after it was sold out, and I didn't have any. So make sure that you subscribe by April 10th so that doesn't happen to you again this month, because it's going to be another awesome one. And we're definitely looking forward to, oh, sorry, I should have showed you. This one is going to be about my wonderful family, no matter what your tribe, whether it's your blood family, or whether it's an adopted family, or whether it's just, you know, a group of close friends that are close enough to be family. This is going to be for everybody, and it's going to be an awesome kit. So be sure to subscribe. You can subscribe to that on stampwithtami.com. And since you're watching the video, whether you're live or on the replay, I've got two Stampin' Up! Stamp sets to give away. These are My Meadow. They're really cool builder sets. And I'll be giving one away immediately following this video, and I'll be giving a second away on April 21st. So all you need to do is comment on this video, even if you're not watching live. And if you share the video and type the word shared into the comments, I will enter you a second time into that drawing. All right, so let's take a look at what we're going to be making today. Look at this, right? Awesome. So cool. So, and seriously, this was fairly, look at it, folds up flat, so you can put it in a regular envelope. And then when you open it, it's just like a pop-up wow, right? But it's surprisingly easy to make. The technique actually is the double Z fold. It's based on the double Z fold card. And I think you're just going to enjoy making it with me. I hope so. So even if you don't have that paper pumpkin kit, you can use this Grace's Garden stamp set and easily substitute the elements that I used the kit for. So don't fret if you don't have that kit. You could still make this card. I know I've seen a few of you pop up there and go, oh, so sad, the dies are on back order. Yes, they are. Unfortunately, like everything right now in the world, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and Garden Gateway dies, right? All the same thing. But unfortunately, it's just a little bit slow coming in because, like everything being shipped and whatever, just slows everything down. But keep checking. The stamp set is available. If you want to purchase this, keep checking. That die will be coming in soon, I hope. I think by the end of the month, you'll be able to get it as a bundle, but you can also get the stamp set now. All right. I have a free PDF on my blog, and you can download it just by clicking on the resource page, which will be linked in this video's description, or go to stampwithtami.com and go to the video tutorials tab. All of my videos will be there. And I have all of the measurements and scoring lines there for this project. So that's key right here. The scoring lines is what's important on this particular project. So we're going to start with some stamping. And Jen's asking when will it be back in stock. I'm not going to go into a whole big, you know, back order thing here, just because, like I said, a lot of things are back ordered only because of the COVID issue and slow shipping and slow distribution. As far as I know, it's on schedule to be in by the end of the month, maybe sooner. But with everything going on, it could be longer just because things are not normal right now. Gotta give it a little bit of a break for that because things just aren't normal. But hey, we have our stamps and we can play and it's all good. So I am stamping 2 of these. They're like a rose vine from the stamp set here. And from the paper pumpkin kit, and I'll show you real quick. That kit also came with a free stamp set. So these are the stamp sets that came in the kit. And I'm taking this flower right here, and I'm gonna stamp that. So the kit, let me just bounce over and show that to you really quick. This was the paper pumpkin kit for March. So these were the pieces that came in the paper pumpkin kit, and again, I showed you the cards already. So that is how it comes. But if you don't have this kit, you can also use the stamp sets here. You can use some of these flowers, some of the little flowers there instead of this basket of flowers, and just to improvise, you could use the cat instead of some of the little things that I'm going to put on there, and you can just play around with this and have some fun with it. Okay, so I'm still stamping over here. Still stamping away. So anywho, I stamped with Memento black ink, and then I'm going to take my Stampin' Blend markers and we're going to color these in. So I'll start with the crumb cake, and that is for the basket here. Excuse me for 1 minute. I lost the comments for a second, but we're back. I don't know, for some reason, whenever I start a video, like about 5 minutes into the video, it goes away on my phone and I have to go redo it. I don't know why, but I don't want to miss anybody's comments. So what I've done is I've colored this basket in with crumb cake Stampin' Blend markers. And I started with the lighter, and then I just did a little bit of shading on each edge with the darker. And now I'm going back with the light and just blending it together. And then we'll go ahead and do some coloring with the, I've got Rich Razzleberry today. I decided to play with that. The purple just makes everything kind of pop. And what I did here was, oops, that was the dark one. I don't know if you see what I did here. When I was coloring with this last, apparently I put the light cap on the dark marker and the vice versa. So I was just coloring with dark instead of light when I wanted light. Let there be light. And then there was. Anywho, it's all right. It's all good. There are no mistakes. They're just happy accidents. So I kind of went every other flower with this, and then maybe, I just did that all dark. So I guess we're not going to blend those flowers today, but it's okay. Can I just tell you, I just feel like I'm like in a fog lately. So I thought what I did was I fixed those caps. So I had them right, the light and the dark right, but I actually reversed them. So anyhow, if you wanted to blend, this is how you can blend those few. And if you didn't want to blend, that's fine too. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of any of these remaining flowers. I just took some of this is the Daffodil Delight, and this is the dark Daffodil Delight. I didn't bother blending with that because these flowers are really tiny. So, and I'm just really kind of going really quick right here. Making sure I don't have my glasses on. I hope I got them all. So it's a pretty combo. Like this combination just really pops. And then I'm taking the light Old Olive and just coloring in the leaves and the leaves here. And then we're going to cut these pieces out. So I am going to cut this out with my paper snips. Just going to hand cut right up against here and la 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 through the the magic of video. I have that all done for us. And then we're going to take these two after I've colored them. I mean, you can do it before you color them, but I don't recommend it. And I'm going to take that Garden Gateway die and we are going to cut it. It's this outline that matches. So you're going to put that on the die cut machine, run it through. You could hand cut them if you wanted to too. And again, through the magic of video, I have some pre-cut for us. So I did 2 of those. While we have that die cut machine out, use your imagination. We're going to cut a few of these. These are vines the little vines that come in there. We're going to cut a few of those, and also the doorway out of white. This is a doorway here. And you need 4 of these, but you only need one that has, actually 2 that have the full top. And then you need, let's see, 1, 2, so 2 that are actually 5, right? So 2 that have the whole thing, and then 3 that just have the fence. So if you want to conserve, you can. All right, again, through the magic of video, I have that pre-done for us. And I decided for the video, I'm going to do some different colors here. Okay, so I'm just going to lay out everything I just said so you can visualize it, because I feel like that is easier than, you know, trying to remember everything I just said. Visual is everything, right? That's why I do video. It means the world. Okay, so you want 2 of these. You want 3, and it doesn't matter if it has the arch on this or not. So if you want to conserve cardstock, you can just do the bottom part. And a doorway. I cut, you may not need 4 of these little guys here, of those little vines, but I cut 4 anyways, just so I could have some. And then our 2 pieces here. So these are pieces that we are going to use. A couple more pieces that I'm going to work in here is I'm taking that butterfly duet punch. If you were lucky, you might have been able to get this punch for free when at the very end of Celebration last month. But if not, you can buy this. This is one that came in the second release. I mean, the third release, it was a regular product in the online store that you could get free, and you can still purchase that. So I just cut out 2 of these little butterflies. I am doing a different color. I did mint macaron on my original. So you can see these little pieces are mint macaron. But I am actually going to do a different designer series paper on this one. So I'm using, this is the Garden Lane designer series paper. It's very pretty. It's really good right now for spring. And it's double-sided, so these are the 2 sides. But I figured, you know what? We don't have to be, this is what I used for the original, but we don't have to use that one. So I decided to use this one here for the second card. Now the other piece, what we're going to want here is a strip of window sheet, which is almost impossible to see on the video, but this is the magic piece right here that's going to help us when we put everything together. So first, before we start assembling, really we're almost at the assembly part. Can you believe that? I mean, that's like literally how easy this card is. Okay, I'm just going to move these guys out of the way for a minute, and we will bring them back individually. I'm going to start with our card base. And so I'm going to take the Simply Scored board and I'm going to, this is 11 by 4 1/4. You don't need to write that down because I do have it on that free PDF for you. And we are going to score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Now the 5 1/2 mark is actually folding it in half. And that 2 3/4 mark is giving us a Z-fold. So we have a Z-fold to start with, 1 Z-fold. Now, attach the 3 designer series papers to the card base using snail adhesive. Score the window sheet at 3 1/2. Make sure you get a really good score line, and 6 1/4. I'm going to flatten that down. You know what? It's good because those of you who jumped on late can see this step that we did earlier. I'm going to make a Z fold to show that these guys are flat. Take your bone folder and flatten it really good. Okay, so we've got our Z fold. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to recommend this too. See this bend right here? That bend is right where you want this to go. We're just going to go ahead and attach it. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this. So then we know exactly where to line it up. And you know what? I'm doing it. I'm sticking it under anyway. I just don't want it to show. Okay, so just peeling that back a little bit. And I'm pushing this until these 2 pieces match. Boom. That was a lot easier, right? So now we know that this lines up here. And we also know that we're going to need to trim some of this off, but we knew that anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that too. A little bit there. Okay, so now I'm going to put adhesive on that back of that window sheet. And we're going to do this again. Ta-da! Yay! We did it! That was way easier, right? Okay, so it's just time for assembly right now. We're going to do one more little bit of stamping, and that is on the doorway here. I stamped the words, and this was from the Paper Pumpkin kit, but you could definitely stamp something from that Grace's Garden too. And I stamped Let It Grow. Okay, and then we're going to take the second, this is the second arbor, and I'm going to cut out, although I guess you probably could leave that in there if you wanted to because we're going to cover it, but I just cut that out so we just have the arbor itself. And snail, mini glue dots, liquid adhesive of your choice. And this I'm going to slide in right underneath. Can you guys see this okay? I just want to make sure you can see. I'm going to try to hold it up and do it while I'm holding it up just so you guys can see what I'm doing. I went right to the edge of the designer paper with that. And I just want to make sure that nice. So we're just attaching that, and then we're going to attach this right over it. I know it's a little bit hard to see because we put that piece in there, but now you can see. Okay, so now we're ready for the rest of our decorating. Let's go ahead and build the rest of our fence. Our little fence here, our scallop fence. I did on the fence here where I cut it off from the arbor. I just want to hold it up there so you can see. I did it at a little bit of an angle so just the whole thing looked like it was scalloped like that. So now we're going to attach these. Again, mini glue dots, snail, liquid glue, whatever you like. So I lined this one up with the edge of the designer paper on that side. I took the best looking fence for the one that I like the best for the front. Not that they're any different because they're all kind of the same. Okay, so again, I lined this up with the edge of the designer paper over here. Whoops. Did not stick that down. Okay, there we go. And it lines up pretty good. The measurements are almost perfect right there. And the last piece is right in here. But you were wondering how that was, right? I told you that window sheet is magic. So this goes right on there. Ta-da! Didn't I tell you? Super easy, right? Super easy. So now we're going to go ahead and finish our decorating. I took some of these little pieces from the Paper Pumpkin kit. So there was these little punch outs. There was boots. There was a bunny. There's flowers. So I went ahead and took the bunny and some boots. Let's cut out a pair of boots. Not quite sure what color we want to use on this one. Let's go with these. They look like either terracotta tile or cameo coral. We'll go with that pair for today. And I attached these with some Stampin' Dimensionals. When I know we're taping live right now, so I can't cut out the boo-boos. But when I put this on YouTube, I'll edit it so that you just get the good stuff. So if you want to go back to YouTube after and watch it, you can see the edited version. All right, so we've got our boots in there and our bunny for decorating, and let's go ahead and put our flowers on there. The flowers are going right on the front. They kind of cover this seam on the front. You don't really need to cover it, but if you wanted to, you could use another. If you didn't have these pieces from the Paper Pumpkin kit, you could use pieces from that Grace's Garden stamp set. And I'm going to put that right on there. And go ahead and take the two butterflies that we punched out from the butterfly duet. And I'm going to go ahead and, so what I did was to position that butterfly is I shut the card so you could see where it was going to land when the card was shut. So he was in a good spot. These I just put on with mini glue dots. All right, and last but not least, we are going to put together our climbing flowers up the side of our fence here. So we've got one Going right up the side. Now these little guys, and I cut 4, you probably don't need 4. You don't need a ton. I think the mini glue dots actually are the best way to attach these. But what I did, and I almost want to zoom in so you can see this really good. Okay. And see, I kind of wrapped it around so it looked like a vine. See that? It just looked like it was, you know, literally wrapping around the arbor. And then where it was attaching in the front, I put a little glue dot. And I don't normally do this with the glue dots, but for the rest of this, I kind of used my fingers to attach them just because they were kind of, where you're putting them was a little bit different. So there's vines underneath, there's vines on top, so it looks like it's wrapping right around. I'm just going to balance this one in here for now. I'll stick it in there later. So it looks like it's wrapped around that grapevine. And the last piece, I had to cut 2 of these. The reason why I cut 2 was because I used one right here. There's a little bit of a gap, and I wanted to close the gap. And so I took, like I just cut the top off of that and just pieced it in there so it looked like there was some roses up there. And our card is complete. So I did this a different color than the original. I used a different designer, same designer series paper, just a different design in it. So which one do you guys like better? Do you guys like the old olive leaves, or the mint macaron? I don't know. I kind of like them both. They fold flat. Very cool. I don't know. I think I like this one better, but I'm torn. I'm torn. All right, well, don't forget that you can download the free PDF on my blog to get those, but the measurements, and I do have a spot there on the back that you can write down notes if you need to write down notes. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you have fun making yours, and I will be back next week. This is holiday weekend, so I will be off on Good Friday, and we will see you back next week. Thanks, and stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great, great weekend.